Hello everyone, and welcome to the Friday Fenix, the only news show in the world, except for all the other ones. I'm your host, Andrea Bridges-Smith. On today's episode, bipartisanship is back, baby. A beach booty brouhaha, and booze runs low. This is the Friday Fenix. In our top story this week, a breakthrough for the major infrastructure bill that's in the works with Congress. The bill is now moving to the Senate for debate with bipartisan support, but has faced plenty of challenges getting there. Democrats have been lobbying for improved roads and bridges, clean drinking water, and a free pizza party for every American on their birthday, while Republicans wanted to give every American a free AK-47 and only remove 80% of the lead from drinking water to, quote, give it a little flavor. Republicans, as usual, have been wondering how to pay for all of this infrastructure and have suggested maybe we just forget the whole thing and go get some crab cakes. What do you say? But an agreement was finally reached after a lot of back and forth, and I'm sure that whatever the final result is will leave everyone feeling sort of okay. In sports news, singer Pink has offered to pay the fine incurred by Norway's women's beach handball team as they refused to wear bikinis and instead wore shorts for their match. Now, putting aside the question of what is handball, nobody knows, you might be wondering why it's so important for these women to compete in bikinis instead of shorts, and there's actually a very good reason for it: leeches. You see, if a leech were to attach itself to a player's upper thigh, you'd never know it was under there with a pair of shorts, so it could just keep sucking out a player's life force during the entire match. But if they're plump, juicy assets are more visible, then the beach leeches, or bleaches, as Snoop Dogg calls them, can be promptly addressed, preferably by a creepy older man. So while many are criticizing the European Handball Federation for making a mountain out of a molehill, they were in fact just trying to protect the jiggly, luscious, nubile young bodies of the female players. Thank you for your service. Turning now to economics, where supply chains everywhere have been experiencing disruption, but now there's a new shortage on the horizon: alcohol. Ohio, Vermont, and North Carolina are already experiencing shortages of booze, which is why I currently have a bathtub of fermenting potatoes. Now, you know I hate to editorialize because I'm a very serious journalist, but I am really going to need us to come together as a nation to figure this one out. I did not make it through a year of homeschooling my children during a global pandemic with yoga and meditation. I did it with Pinot Grigio and screaming into a stack of beach towels. In weather news, the Dixie wildfire out in California faces complications from an incoming monsoon, which sounds like a good thing, some extra rain to help put out the fire, but it could actually lead to thunderstorms that produce lightning, which could make more fires, setting off a vicious cycle. And I'd just like to say to whatever vengeful god or gods are in charge, we get it, all right? No need to beat a dead horseman of the apocalypse. We're picking up what you're putting down. That wraps up this week's episode of the Friday Fenix. Join us next time, because if there's one thing we can guarantee, there's always more news to peruse.